Take this. Draw. No chance.
Hello, welcome to another video, and today I'm going to showcase my ultimate Ajax build. So this is the build that I use on Ajax for basically all content minus Void Intercept bosses. I use a different character for those, though I do have a loadout for Void Intercept bosses. This is more of a mobbing character. I use this for dungeons, invasion dungeons, field stuff, whatever. This is what I use, and it's based around spamming Void Explosion, or Expulsion, whatever it wants to be called, Expulsion, with Void Charge. So I don't use Void Charge with Void Charge, I use Expulsion. Reason for that is very important. So, first thing first, hit points. Hit points is the most important thing for surviving. This goes to any character. If you are struggling with invasion dungeons, because surviving them is quite tough, please get hit points. Use 1 or 2 module slots. The other one, what's the name of it? You've got Battle of Stamina, which is alright, and Stim Accelerant. Stim Accelerant, just dedicate 2 module slots to maximum hit points, any 2 of increased HP, Stim Accelerant, or Battle of Stamina, and away you go. So obviously I would probably replace Spear and Shield for that. For that second one, I'd rather go with the little bit of extra damage because I'm comfortable with just the 1 module, but if you're wanting more than 1 module, Spear and Shield would be the first to go there. Or Strong Mentality, or Nimble Fingers, or whatever's there on your loadout. So, anyway, for this loadout, increased HP. That's going to be our core defenses. Now we're going to want cooldown. So, Void Charge kind of changes the way Expulsion works. We've got a 10-second cooldown there, and it goes to 3.2, but that's okay. That's going to drop very quickly. So, for cooldown, we've got MP Conversion, Nimble Fingers, and Multi-Talented. So what Void Charge does is it changes Expulsion to Dimension. Multi-Talented, when using Dimension skill, we get 20% cooldown for 5 seconds. So, the moment we use Expulsion, that will trigger, it'll knock another 2 seconds off of our cooldown, and it'll go to 1.2 seconds. We will also get Void Energy, which gives us another 5% reduction, which will take us down to our cap of 1 second. So even though we've only got 3.2 second cooldown, the moment we actually use our skill and we need cooldown, it drops to 1 second. So 1 second cooldown on Expulsion here. Then for damage, all I've got is focus on non-attribute. That gives me a little bit more cooldown. That's all we really need for mobbing. We're not using Expulsion for bossing. This is just going to get through all of our mobbing. We've got 2 range modules. You can get away with 1, especially during leveling, and if you don't have a maxed out Ajax yet, you can get away with 1, though 2 is obviously very nice. And then for MP efficiency, I have MP Collector, Strong Mentality, and Spear and Shield here. Now, if I was to also put a Catalyst on this multi-talented slot here, I could probably swap Strong Mentality for maximized conservation. That would be a helpful little increase, but Strong Mentality is enough, it's comfy. More would be better, but it's not something I'm rushing to at the moment. And then the final skill I've slotted in, Spear and Shield. Defense as a stat it's not that important in late game stuff. It's great early game, but late game, maximum health is more important. Spear and Shield is mainly just here for the extra 8.1% skill power with some defense, but I will probably work on putting a raw damage skill in there. It's nice for the bubble, like the shields, but yeah, that's like the final slot that's going to be worth playing around with. So that's the loadout. 1 HP, 2 range, 3 cooldown, 2 damage modules, and then 2 MP modules. And that's kind of the overall breakdown. Now, for a more budget loadout, I used Void Explosion to get my, Expulsion spam. This gives us an extra stack of it, which is very useful. So this looks very scary. Here we go. Yeah. There's a much more budget-oriented one. That's what I would probably do off of the gate. I've still got my HP, I've still got some MP stuff, I've still got some damage and cooldown, some range, just your basics, and then of course Void Explosion there as well. So that would be a budget spec right there, and then those skills that I removed, you would then slowly fill in until you can then put the Void Charge thing together. So in terms of equipment, because Void Charge changes expulsion to dimension, we want a dimension reactor, non-attribute dimension. In terms of the weapon mounting, it doesn't really matter. If you ever want to shoot your gun, just swap weapons and then swap back when you go back to Novaring. Obviously, if you can overlap it, it's great. So I've got Secret Garden rocks. It's more of a tech weapon rather than dimension because of its passive, but that doesn't matter. It's a good gun, so I'm happy with that. In terms of passives, range is nice, but you only ever need blue to hit range cap. You never need more than that. And then just damage ones, so dimension power boost ratio, non-attribute power ratio, both of them together, that all works. Cooldown's good if you don't have the maxed out build yet, if you don't have multi-talented in yet. Once you have multi-talented in, you don't need cooldown. So beyond that, it's just range and damage or double damage for this particular loadout. In terms of bossing damage, because of course at the end of a dungeon you have a boss, it becomes down to your weapons. So what you'll want to be doing is using Orbit Barrier and Hypercube to just block the boss's attacks and then just shoot out. If you can use an enhanced barrier on Hypercube, that will give you 10% extra firearm attack, which is nice. But yeah, just rotating between these to help block the enemy's shots whilst you just shoot them. And my favorite weapon for that is Enduring Legacy. Secret Garden's good, Greg's is nice, whatever your favorite bossing weapon is. This is my Enduring Legacy. So that is one thing with Ajax. You do need to level up both Ajax and a weapon simultaneously, really, in order to get, your good runs in. So it is a little bit more expensive, but that's just because Ajax's skills aren't very good at boss health bars, which is a shame, but it's what we've got to work with. So yeah, you will need a good weapon to go alongside your skill investment. Now, in terms of external components, prioritize maximum health. This goes for any character. Set bonuses are nice, they are pretty, but in the grand scheme, they're not actually as impactful as you would like them to be, and they're especially not as impactful as some maximum health rolls. So for example, I've got one, I've changed my my ordering here. Here we go. I've got one here, 646, 823. That can go 646, 907. That can go up to, 1500 total hit points. Now, if I have 2 health modules on and start pushing 400% max HP, that one module is giving me 6,000 health. That's more than some complete builds. Yeah, get your maximum health. So currently I'm sat on 15,000 max health. And that's thanks to the external the power unit alone. Then of course I've got maximum health on my sensor, then I have it on my memory, and then I have it on my processor. You can get so much more maximum health. With just one health module, I have 16,000 health. The 14,000 defense is nice, but anywhere over 5,000 is okay. 10,000 is comfy. Beyond that, you don't need more defense. Maximum health is going to be your main defense point. Now, Annihilation Memory, I believe that's the only one that gets 600. I believe every other memory piece gives you 400. I could be wrong on that one, but just a little extra bit you can get there. And then your other external passives, MP Recovery in combat, MP Recovery modifier if you can. That's basically all you have to worry about, really. Just get MP so you can spam your Novas more. So yeah, that's the Ajax build. That's my main Ajax build. It's probably my favorite build to play in this game so far. The spam ability allows us to just spawn camp if, you know, we're running a team and we're farming a void fragment. I can just sit in one of the spawns and go, I'm good. I had somebody say, hey, bring a Valby, and I'm like, no, I'm good. I've got Ajax, don't worry, I'm good. I don't need a Valby. I can cover my spawn. And then for invasion dungeons, you know, we are very tanky. Enemies in invasion dungeons aren't that tanky themselves. We've got more than enough damage to deal with them, especially with our gun. And then, because we're quite tanky, we can just focus purely on the mechanic, on the puzzle, get through, get to the boss. Sometimes I'm two-phasing the boss, sometimes I'm one-phasing the boss. That's fine, as long as you just be aware of where the boss is, so you're not just taking bullets for no reason. You can just drop your orbit barrier down, turn around, focus on your puzzle while the boss just shoots the barrier. And then, as soon as the boss is available, plug all your bullets in, dropping your bubbles down. Whenever enemies just get close, just ignore them. Just pop up expulsion, get them off of you. Back to focusing the boss. Easy peasy. Ajax, very comfy. Ajax is my main invasion character. I thought, oh, I'll just do it as Bunny and run through as Bunny. No, Ajax is just really comfy. So yeah, that about covers it with me. Thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Stay safe, stay awesome, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.
No chance. Back away.
The enemy commander is using the phase separation veil as a shield. If you overload the computing device, you can create an opening to attack the commander directly.
No chance. Shields are down. They need to be recharged.